All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is Monday, June 8th, 2020. It is the penultimate week of school. That's the second to last week of school. Next week will be our last week for the 2020 school year. So today, what we're going to do is just cover some administrative business, some important things I wanted to go over with you as we move throughout this week. So on Friday, there was an assignment that was posted in Classroom. It included 4 different items for you to examine. Let me open that up for you. This assignment here, you were supposed to open this Google form as a do now, watch this current events video that explains why people are protesting around the United States. It covers recent events and very brief historical context. I included the Google Slides presentation that I presented in the video, and then there is a Padlet here for you to complete as a summary. I explain the directions in a post that came after. One thing for you guys to note when you're looking at this slides presentation is that you can, when you are viewing it, you should be able to, play the videos that are linked here. Like for example, this USA Today video that shows different images from the protests last week, or almost 2 weeks ago now. But this is a really interesting video I think is important to watch. We talked about Jim Crow laws as being a major part of the historical context for why there are these protests across the United States. A lot of people, certainly me for a long time, did not know the extent to which there were racist rules and laws and policies in the northern parts of the United States. This PBS original documentary, Jim Crow of the North, outlines some of the ways the actual rules, laws, and policies that enforced or created segregated societies in the North. And that's a really good watch that you can click on this link and you can start watching that video. But anyway, on Wednesday, we will go over your responses to this to the assignment. Either I'll try to answer some of your questions that you've asked in the Google form, and we can go over some of the posts that people have posts that people have made on this Padlet. All right. You guys have to bring in your textbook today, June 8th, tomorrow, June 9th, and Wednesday, June 10th. You have been scheduled to come into the middle school to clean out your lockers and drop off supplies or pick things up. One of the things that you have to drop off is your textbook. If you took a U.S. history textbook, it needs to be returned to the middle school to a specific location when you come into the building. When you turn in your textbook, it's really important that you write your name and my name, I'm your teacher, on the inside cover of the book. When you first turn over that inside cover, there's a place for you to write your name or say this book was used by. Make sure your name is clearly printed there, and so is mine, so that I can note that I have collected your book and you do not get a bill for the book. That's really, really important when you turn in the textbook. You guys know that today, June 8th, is the last day that assignments can be due in any of your classes. There will be no more graded assignments or work. After today, I am going to make sure I fill in your participation grades for last week, today, or tomorrow. If you look in PowerSchool and you see your grade for this fourth quarter remote learning is not where you want it to be, you need to go into Google Classroom and look through the assignments that have been assigned in this fourth marking period, and see that you have them completed and that they have grades next to them. If you do not have a 100, then you do not earn participation for completing that lesson. Make sure that you have done that. And that's the best way to raise your grades. To make sure that your participation grade is as high as it can possibly be, make sure that you have turned in or tried to complete and turned in all of the assignments from this fourth marking period. On Wednesday, we'll review the why are there protests feedback that you guys have given me in Padlet and in Google Forms. On Friday, we'll wrap up our World War II unit. I know we finished talking about the Holocaust last Wednesday. On Friday, we'll talk about the aftermath of World War II, how all of the countries that were involved in World War II tried to start to rebuild the world after the largest conflict in world history. And we'll do that on Friday. And then next week, we'll talk about kind of why World War II is an important unit to study and what we can take away from it as we move forward in our daily, everyday lives, but also maybe what it means in a larger international cooperation scale as well. Otherwise, I hope I'll be in the building today in the morning from 9 to 11, and I will also be in the building on Wednesday afternoon. Maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. If I do, hi, and have a great day if I don't see you.